So Arsenal are here in Athens on Thursday night for the second leg of the Europa League, last 32 against Benfica. Is this the biggest match of Mikel Arteta's management career so far? Is it the biggest match of our season? This is the Arsenal versus Benfica match preview. Hello, my name is Richard. Welcome back to my channel. Over and over again, the Positive Arsenal channel. In this video, I'm going to look ahead to this week's Europa League game here in Athens against Benfica. Of course, the second leg following last week's 1-1 draw. I will look at the recent form of Benfica, look at our previous matches in this stadium in Athens, and also look at a predicted lineup and a score prediction as well. But before I get into all that, I want to make sure you are subscribing to my channel. So if you like what I do, you like some positive Arsenal content, please click on the button down in the corner there and subscribe to the channel. Please give this video a like, share the content around. And if you've got any comments at all to make about this game, about how important it is for this season, or anything else to do with Arsenal, please drop them in the comments box, as I do love to hear from you guys as well. So following the 1-1 draw last week, then Benfica actually got another draw at the weekend in the league. It was a game away at Athens and they drew 0-0. Manager Jorge Jesus actually made 6 changes to their starting lineup for that game. It was the 2 fullbacks he changed. So Gilberto came in at right back for them, and it was Tavares at left back. He played a 4 at the back. It was Vertonghen and Otamendi in the centre again, as it was against us. He played a 4 in midfield, actually slightly different system to how they set up against us. It was Rafa was on the right, Gabriel and Abel Tarap's in the centre, and Everton was on the left, and up front was Seferovic and Darwin Núñez. So they went with a slightly more attacking lineup for that game. I say they did get a 0-0 draw. That's actually 6 games that they're now unbeaten in all competitions, and they've conceded just 3 goals in those 6 games, although they have actually drawn their last 3. It's actually 9 games since they last conceded more than once in a game as well. So they have been very tight at the back. Of course, our form hasn't been great, is it? Of course, we did lose to Manchester City, as we know, on Sunday. Of course, Mikel Arteta made 5 changes to our starting lineup, so lots of changes from both sides, obviously with this game in mind. So it just goes to show how important this competition is now for both clubs as well. Although Benfica are still in their domestic cup, they've got a 3-1 lead to take into the second leg of the semi-final there, so they're likely to still have something to play for. Of course, for Arsenal, this is a make or break, isn't it? So this stadium is the Georgios Kariakis Stadium in Athens. We've actually played here 5 times previously in the Champions League and also in the Europa League as well against Olympiacos. Our record isn't that great really. We've played 5, we've won 2, drawn none and lost 3. We've scored 6 goals and lost 6. We did actually lose our first 3 matches here to Olympiacos away. It was 1-0 defeat in December 2009. It was a 3-1 defeat in December 2011 and a 2-1 defeat in December 2012. However, on a positive note, we have won our last 2 visits here. It was a 3-0 victory in the Champions League in December 2015, which included a hat-trick from Olivier Giroud. That was a game, of course, we had to win to qualify out of the group, so it was a big important win that was. And then, of course, just a year ago, we did play Olympiacos at this stage in the Europa League. It was the first leg of the last 32 we played away in this stadium. We did actually win 1-0 with a goal from Alexander Lacazette. Of course, we did end up losing the home leg 2-1 after extra time. I got knocked out on a away goal. So the omens are not that great, if we're honest. But I say the good news is we have won on our last 2 visits here. So let's hope we can make it 3 in a row. In terms of predicted lineup then, I do think Mikel Arteta is going to revert back to a very similar side to the one that played the first leg last week in Rome. Also, of course, the side that did beat Leeds in the Premier League the weekend prior to that. So I think it's going to be very similar to that. I don't think there's going to be too many changes away from that. So I think in goal is going to be Bernd Leno, of course. I think in the back 4, I think the only change may well be Hector Bellerin at right back may well get a rest. He's not been playing well, has he, the last couple of games? So I think maybe Cedric Suarez may come in at right back. I think the two centre backs will be David Luiz and Gabriel again, as they were last week. And I think Kieran Tierney will come in at left back. He didn't have his greatest game against Manchester City, but it was his first game back, so I'm sure he will benefit from the minutes he played there. I think in midfield, I think Danny Ceballos will come back in alongside Granit Xhaka, of course, with Thomas Partey still not available. And then I think the four in front, I think Odegaard will still play in the number 10 position. I think Smith Rowe will come back in on the left-hand side. I think Bukayo Saka will go back to the right where he scored, of course, last week. The centre-forward position is quite an interesting one, isn't it? Aubameyang's been really, really poor in the last couple of games. He missed lots of chances in the first leg. He was really poor against Manchester City. Is it time to maybe give him a rest, maybe give Lacazette a start in this game? Of course, there's Martinelli as well, hasn't played a lot of minutes lately. So there's a little bit of options there, but they're the only really changes I'm expecting from the Arsenal team. In terms of Benfica, of course, they need to come and score, don't they? So I'm sure they're going to set out a little bit more adventurous than they did last week, although I'm not expecting them to come out gung-ho. I think they want to keep it tight. They want to keep it 0-0 for as long as possible and then try and nick a goal. So maybe they will start with a three at the back from last week. So again, I'm not expecting too many changes from their starting 11 either, but we'll see what happens. You know, maybe they'll throw a surprise and go all out attack, and that maybe cause us a few problems. So we'll see what happens with that, but I'm not expecting too many changes from either side. So it really is a must-win game for Arsenal then, isn't it? We have to get through this round. With our league position currently as it is, our chance of qualifying for Europe via the top six is going to be very, very difficult. Not that it's going to be any easier to win the Europa League, but we need to keep the season going. It's a massive game this is. It's important that we win and get through, but it's not going to be easy. Benfica are very tight at the back. We saw how organised they were last week, and they're going to have to pose more of an attacking threat with them having to score a goal. So I do think it's going to be a different game to last week, and I do think it's going to be a very difficult game. Of course, if we can get a goal, it makes it really difficult for Benfica, doesn't it? But we need to keep switched on at the back. We can't give them any opportunities, because if they score, then suddenly our away goal from last week has been cancelled out. And of course, last year we did blow it at home, didn't we? I know this isn't technically at home, but it has got red seats in this stadium, so I'm sure it'll feel a little bit more like home. It is a very important game. It's going to be difficult. I do feel as though we should have enough to win. I wasn't overly impressed with Benfica last week, but they were very organised and very solid at the back. But we had enough chances to have won that game. And if we create a similar amount of chances this week, I'm sure that we'll score enough goals and we'll go through. So I'm going to be optimistic. I'm going to predict the final score here: Arsenal 3, Benfica 1. So that's my preview there of the Arsenal against Benfica game in the Europa League, last 32, the second leg here in Athens on Thursday evening. I will be doing a live show of this game on the channel probably on Wednesday evening, just to look ahead to it. I will try and maybe get Mike back on, the Benfica fan, as well, just to talk about that first leg, and obviously looking ahead to this game as well. And then obviously after that on the channel, we'll be looking ahead to the weekend as well. Another tough game in the Premier League, isn't it, away at Leicester. I'm going on the Leicester channel on Friday evening, Leicester Till I Die. Really looking forward to that. And then on this channel on Friday evening, I will be doing my own preview show of Leicester game as well. I'm getting somebody from Leicester Fan TV on, which is going to be good. Melvin will be coming on as well, and we'll go through all the usual stuff there. And then on Sunday morning, I'm appearing on the Leicester Fan TV as well in the morning before, obviously doing a watch along of the game on Sunday. So loads coming up on the channel. So if you haven't done so already, please click the subscribe button down in the corner there. I hope you like my new little introduction video that I put together yesterday. I hope you like that as well. If you've got any comments at all to make about this game on Thursday, or anything else to do with Arsenal, how important is this for Arteta? What happens if we lose? Do we sack him, or do we still wait until the end of the season and see where we are in the league? Let me know what you think. Drop your comments in the box below. I'll say please subscribe if you haven't. Please like the video and share the content around. Stay tuned to the channel. Loads coming up. Heading towards another massive game for Arsenal. I'll say probably the biggest game of the season, isn't it? Come on, you Gunners!